Good morning, friends. So this week we've covered a lot of ground about personal narratives. Let's just quickly go over what we've been focusing on this week. We know that personal narratives are a story about us. It's a snapshot, a small moment in time. That's what we want to focus on. It needs to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. We want to describe the people, the places, and the things. And remember, here's where we talked about the five senses: what we see, what we smell, what we taste, what we hear, and what we feel. So describe people, places, and things. Tell how you feel, right? And then use dialogue. And dialogue is when people are talking. But today what I wanted to talk about is a little bit more about character traits that we discussed yesterday. And I found this cute little girl, and it says, pay attention to what I do and say. So when we're reading, we want to really look for what the character is doing and saying, and that will reveal that inside. Let's see, here's the anchor chart right here. The inside, those thoughts and words are what we're looking for when we look at character traits, and more so than the physical traits outside. So let's look at a few things. Calm. If something is going crazy or awry, does that person stay calm? Are they a leader? Are they a leader in our class, in our school, at our home? Are they loving and kind? Are they bossy? That's what my sister says about me, that I'm bossy. Do they work hard? Like in school, are they working hard every day? That is an inside character trait. Nobody can force us to work hard. It comes from inside. Are they quiet? We have some friends that are very quiet. That's a character trait. And many of them are good listeners. Do they have good manners? Are they polite? Do they say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, may I, can I please? Are they clever? Like, can they come up with clever things? Like when we're in the science lab with Miss Losick, are they the person who's helping you create something bigger and better than what you thought it could be? Maybe they're clever. Or maybe they figure out a way to do something that you hadn't thought of. Are they funny? We have some kids in our class who are super funny. Are they friendly? Here's a word that we don't hear much: cruel. Maybe that's somebody who is mean to people or mean to animals. We like to focus on the good character traits, though. For example, are they hopeful? Do they think things will be good? Sometimes you'll hear, is their cup half empty or half full? Well, the person who is hopeful, their cup is usually half full. Are they brave? Like if you're stuck at the top of that climbing wall, did your friend come up and get you? Are they brave? They help you? Or maybe a brave person stands up for somebody when they see something that is being done wrong. So those are character traits, and hopefully you've been developing your personal narratives with character traits. One of the other things we want to talk about today is just our feelings, because our feelings reveal so much to our reader. So I came up with a couple of sentences to help us understand feelings when we're reading and writing. The first sentence says, I was frustrated when I didn't understand. Okay, so our feeling is frustrated. That might be the person whose face is like this, and they're thinking, and you're seeing them watching you, and they just haven't quite got it yet. Maybe you're feeling frustrated at home because you can't get your computer to do what you want it to, or you're frustrated with a math problem because you don't understand. I know at first I was a little frustrated because I didn't know all this computer stuff that we needed to know, but now I kind of get it. And then I explained why they were frustrated, because they didn't understand. I could have even added on to that, they didn't understand their math problem. I was frustrated when I didn't understand my math problem. So that's giving more details about what is going on. But frustrated is that feeling they have inside. I was sad because I couldn't see my friends. Well, sad is our feeling in this. Maybe some of you are feeling sad. I know yesterday in our the Google Meet, and I'm pre-recording this, so this was last week in our Google Meet, friends talked about how sad they were because they haven't got to see their friends and how much they miss school because they've been at home for a long time. So they can be sad. They might reveal that they're sad because they were crying, or they were sitting by themselves. So both in pictures and in words, you can explain to somebody that the person in your story was sad, even without having to use the word sad. But using the words help us understand how the character was feeling. It was embarrassing when I fell in PE. Well, this sentence, it's the word, and I'm sorry because my light is shining on it, embarrassing. Embarrassing. One time I was embarrassed because when I came out of the restroom, I had leggings and a dress on, and my dress was caught in my leggings. Luckily, somebody stopped me. Or have you ever had food caught between your front teeth? Yeah, that is embarrassing. Maybe you were running really hard towards the finish line and you fell and you were embarrassed. Yeah, it happens to all of us, even adults. The next sentence says, you should be proud, then a period, you read that entire book. So here the feeling is proud. And we like to, in our class, acknowledge friends who have been doing a great job, working hard. Sometimes I'll tell you to kiss your brain because you should be proud of what you just accomplished. So proud. That's the kind of thing where you go home and you tell your mom, guess what I did today? That's something that you accomplished. Maybe you were able to jump the rope 10 times. That's something you can be proud of. And we're usually proud when we accomplish something that we weren't able to do before. So maybe it's something we've worked really hard. Remember, that's one of those character traits. Hardworking led to a feeling, which was proud. And we want to include these things in our story. It makes our story more interesting when we provide feelings to help reveal characters in our story. So whether you're writing a personal narrative, a story about you, or a narrative about anything, just a story, or if you're even writing in your journal every day, share your feelings. Help us understand what you are going through. I know some people have said they were bored at home because they kind of played with everything they had or had kind of done everything that they wanted to do. So they were bored. Maybe like me, you're just grateful. You're grateful that you're healthy and that you're safe and that your family is safe, because I do know people who, aren't healthy right now and are sick. So, maybe you're that person that's silly. I know Luciano is silly. He likes to make jokes. Brenda loves to make jokes. So those are people who are silly, and we can share their silliness in our stories by maybe revealing what they say or saying they're so silly. And that helps people understand your writing and your characters when you provide feelings. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you've been working on a personal narrative and that you'll share it with me. Remind your parents to share all your work with your teachers so that we know what you've been doing. I hope you guys all have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.